So this is activity NT00, and you are asked to create a parametric solid model of an assembly that's shown here. And there's some statements made in the problem description that, for example, the center of the circle is the coincident with the center of that rectangle, and then this line from the gray piece is tangent to the arc of the circle, etc. And make sure that all the assembly constraints are holding when you move things apart and update. They should go back to where they belong. And on purpose, when after I create this model, I will not put all the assembly constraint. I'll show you what happens if you're not careful about doing it. That's important for the exam that's coming, the exam that is coming up. Okay, now there are four parameters here. Actually, notice that this is the same as that. That being the case, one parameter h describes the size. There's h, there is r, l, and what else is there? Yeah, there are four parameters. Three of them are length. So there's h, r, l, and there's one parameter that is beta, which is an angle. All right. First thing I do, I immediately go save this product file. So file, save management, save as. I have a folder under that activity 90 NT00 right there. So that's going to go into that folder. Although there's nothing in it, it's just a product file that's going to go there. So then I'm going to insert my first part, which is going to be the square. Insert a new part in there. Uh, Incidentally, I just wanted to point out, you can create your parameters right now if you want to, before you even insert a part, or you can wait until the end. It's up to you. That's entirely up to you. So let me call this thing right-click properties. I'll call it square. Square and square. All right. And let's go make it. Double click on this. On this vertical plane, I will sketch a centered rectangle. That's to make my job easier. It doesn't have to be centered, but I'll make a centered rectangle. Okay, good. And because these are going to be used, they're both going to be equal to h, so I'm going to dimension them. So this is one, and here's another one. All right. And what we like to do, we like to draw that inside piece and cut it out. So let me see now. Uh, I'm going to draw a centered arc. Actually, let me do a centered arc like that. And please note that there are many ways of doing these problems. And then I go up with a profile, make sure it's tangent, and then oops. Now I wanted to go as a straight line here, but I missed the window of opportunity. So the sketch tool is here. You click on that, it turns it into a line. Uh, if you want, you could have deleted it and did it again. Now, this is R, so let me dimension that. This will be R later, and this angle will be beta. So let me put a dimension here, this guy and that guy, and that's going to be beta. Exit and paddle. Okay, good. Now, the other one is the yellow piece, which is, oh, actually, this is the yellow piece. The other one is that gray piece. Why don't I change the color of this so that you can see it better? Properties, I'll make that thing to yellow, change that thing to yellow. Okay, good. And then we go all the way to the top, insert, insert, a new part. I'm gonna call this thing gray piece. How about that? Right click properties. Oh, gray piece, gray and gray. I'm not sure about the spelling, Gray or Grey. I think It may actually be Grey. You know what? Let's do that. Gray. I'm not sure. Leave it the way. Leave it the way it is. Double click on this, on that vertical plane. On purpose, I'm going to do it on that other vertical plane because I want to make my job harder. Okay. So there's a centered arc like that. And then I'll do a profile going up right there. And make this thing R, dimension this thing later on, it'll be R, parameter R. And then this angle will be eventually beta, but right now I need an angle there because otherwise I can't even talk about it. Exit, and then we pad. Good. So these are the two pieces that we have created. They're not the same size, etc., and they're not parameterized the way we want it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this f of x thingy, f of x knowledge in the knowledge toolbar formulas. Notice down here we have parameters, new parameter of type. These are user parameters. These weird names are intrinsic parameter names. Okay, and now here you create your stuff. So 3 length. So first of all, change the type to length. Now click on it. I'll call the first one big H. And the value of it, okay, the value of it, I have a suggestion. I can put anything I want here. That is true. But if I want to use these nominal values that I put on this model, why don't I click on the product here? All the dimensions that are put in there are going to appear. Okay. So for example, notice that here it says 4.3. Why don't I make this thing 4.3? Because if you put a random bad number there, it's going to mess up your sketch. At some point, it will mess up your sketch. So what I did, I clicked there so that all the dimensions that I have are going to appear on the screen and then use the nominal value 4.3. Another one, new parameter. This one I'm going to call R. And if you want to know what R is, just look, it's roughly 1.25 or 1.4. I'll put down 1.2. I'll put down 1. Another one, length. And that is the pad, the thickness of the pad, which is right there. This, for example, this one, I'm going to call the name of it. Did I create one? I can't remember whether I actually created it. Let's see now. New rename parameter, we haven't done it. Okay. That's good. So we're going to say type length, nominal value. Oh, actually, it was length 3. Okay. Let me delete that. Oops. Okay, we'll delete it. This is the third one. I would have liked to call it L. I think I called it L. Did I not? Yeah, that was L. And the value is roughly 0.7. It is 0.7. I'll put down 1. Now this one I don't need. I can select it and delete it. Are you sure you want to? Yes, I want to delete that. Good. Now, we're going to create one which is angle. So we change this thing to angle. Click on it. And we're going to call this thing beta. And the nominal value is roughly 50-ish, 57. I'll put down 50 degrees. We say OK. Okay, we have created our parameters. And in fact, if you click on f of x and say, show me the rename parameters, it shows it to you. There's no problem. Okay. I just want to remind you one more time. If you're doing this thing at the assembly level and you're asked to create your parameter at the assembly level, make sure when you define these parameters, you are at the product level. Don't be at the part level. Okay? Don't be in square or gray, etc. Be at the assembly level. Okay? Now, we have created them. You can see that. But first of all, they have nothing to do with our model as far as relationship of that geometry. And I want to be able to display these things in the tree. So we say, okay, we're going to go to tools, options, okay, under infrastructure, under, let's see now, a product structure. I think it's right here. You have product structure. Go all the way to the top, all the way to the end. Select the tree customization tab. Notice that the material is active. We don't have a material. Parameters are not. So you select this and you say activate. And you say, okay. As soon as you do that, look, they're right here. Okay, good. Let's move on. Now, although we have created these, they have nothing to do with our model. So what do? We create relations or formulas. So go to f of x. Move this thing on the side. Okay. Once again, to see your things on the screen, you click on it. You click on product, everything will appear. Now, the reason that these are black and this is green is that they change the color of this. If this is bothering you, you can change the color of that to gray, and these will appear. I can see it. I can see them here. As a matter of fact, can I move this? Yeah, I can see them. Good. So here's what we want to do. We select this height, add a formula equal to h. Good. We select this size, add a formula equal to h. Good. We select this radius, add a formula equal to r. Select this, was there another parameter here? Yeah, no. There is this pad, add a formula equal to L. Now notice that what I could have done, I could have selected this edge equal to that edge without any equating to the parameter. So it created a relation between this edge and this edge, but then come back and say this is equal to h. I didn't do it like that. I said this is equal to h, this is equal to h. Alternative would have been this equal to that as an equation, as a formula, and this last, the bottom one being equal to h. I didn't do that. Okay, what else we have? We have that guy, add a formula equal to r. Okay. This add a formula equal to L. I mean, it's possible to make mistakes too, so no problem. I forgot to do that angle, by the way. I'll do that right now. This angle, add a formula equal to beta. And that angle I forgot to do. That's okay. Add a formula equal to beta. Now, I have certain, this is all done, okay? So we say, okay. Now, if I update, these will go to the current values, these values. So for example, update there. See that? And those, this one I forgot to do because that is equal to, I think I set the length of this equal to L, but not that one. I forgot to do it. Yeah, let's go fix it. Go back to f of x. Click on the top. I did that one, but this one equal to L, that's okay, yeah. First limit equal to L, that's no problem. Yeah, that's fine. So let's check this. It's that is mistaken. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, second limit. Okay, so let me delete this. This has to be deleted. This has to be deleted. Delete. I want the other guy, which is the first limit. Add a formula equal to L. You say okay. Apply and update. So there's still an issue here. So let me see. So what did I do wrong here? Let's go find out in our relations. I don't see any relations here shown up. So why don't I go back to tools, options, relations, activate. Okay, so one of these either is not done or is not done correctly. So the equal to L. Notice that there is one here, first limit equal to L, no problem. That's for the square. There's another one, that one. First limit path. Yeah, they're both here. So this is up, this is correct, this is not. Let's go check it out. Let me change L to how about point 0.5. One of them will change, the other one probably will not. Yeah, it's this one. The problem is right here. The problem is that with the square one. First limit equal to L. It's that one. And the strange thing is that this looks exactly like that as far as the write-up is concerned. Path 1, gray, square, gray formula, but this does not seem to be changing. We have to fix it. Let's go find out what the issue is. I'm not sure. So we go to f of x. Okay. All right. Uh, Let me click on all the things. It's that thing which is supposed to be equal to L and is supposed to change, but it's not. What I'm going to do, because this seems to be the one that's causing the problem, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this and do it again. Delete this and do it again. So I select that path. Okay. Add a formula equal to L. We say okay. Okay. Maybe that is the problem. Maybe that was the problem. Let's go and check this. Click on it. Maybe it's this one. I'm going to delete. Oh, okay. So let me see. Oh, you see that? There is a path. There is a, you see this? There is already, remember I made the mistake at the beginning? There is a value 1 here. That is the second limit. And the reason it's 1 is that I made a mistake last time. This is going to be 0. We say okay and apply. Now they're going to be the same side. The reason that came about is that initially I made the mistake to the second limit set it equal to 1, but I didn't change it back to 0. Okay, good, good. So let's go ahead. You know, you should practice with these things. So let's try H. H equal to, I don't know, maybe 8. Apply or update there. No problem. This fits there. H is 8. Let's try L. L equal to, I don't know, maybe 1. Okay. Update. They both change size. Beta, 50. Let me make it 30. Okay. Update. They're both the same size. And we try R. Remember, if you put a ridiculous number here, it's going to mess up the sketch. So be careful with what you put in there. So let's make it 0.5. Apply. There, they fit. What do I mean by if you put a ridiculous number? For example, if you make H equal to, let's say, I don't know, maybe 2. Let's see what happens. Update. It goes crazy because for the Square, it becomes a self-intersecting curve. So we say, okay, Control Z. Good. Now, let me put this thing back to h equal to 4 so I can see something better. All right. Now, what do I mean by imposing assembly constraints? So you anchor one of them, say the square, and then you say coincidence between this and that, and say, okay, and update. Well, that's not good. So show another one. So for example, bring this and make it coincident with that. So coincidence, this point with this point, actually, this point with this point, update. Okay. You might say, well, this is good enough. Can I submit my work? The answer is no, because you can see there are more issues here. So, for example, uh, if I, for example, rotated, let's say, uh, about this axis, okay, and update. Well, there we are. We don't have full constraints here. So let me undo. Good. So what I'm going to do, for example, let me move these apart first so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, for example, I can say coincidence between this axis, okay, yeah, this axis and that axis, update. Now let's do a bunch of crazy rotations and see what happens. Always try both rotation and translation. There we are. That's it. So this is what you submit as your work if you were given the problem on the final exam. And in fact, something like this was from a problem a few years back. Good luck.